Hi, welcome back to Elektro. Today I am joined by Vanessa, who is Ratio Strain currently, and also part of W.A.S.T.E, who, as sadly some of you may know, so Shane couldn't make it. We've got Young replacing, and we've also got Jamie Black replacing as well to make sure that W.A.S.T.E can still play. So fantastic news there.
Yeah.
So Vanessa, tell us about sort of W.A.S.T.E and about Ratio Strain.
Sure. Just
for those people who haven't really heard of you yet.
Yeah, sure. So W.A.S.T.E has been around quite a while. I think almost, I want to say close to 20 years. It's been around quite a while. I've been drumming for W.A.S.T.E for almost 10 of those years. I think actually one of the first times that I played drums for W.A.S.T.E was here at Resistance.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's been fun. I've played a lot of festivals and such. And as far as Ratio Strain goes, I started that side project in late 2019, 2020. So fairly new project.
And how would you describe Ratio Strain to people that haven't quite heard it yet?
Oh gosh, so I would describe it as filled with a lot of samples. I do use a lot of samples.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, so it's been described as 90s gritty industrial. Obviously with Shane being my husband and being in W.A.S.T.E, I have a very noise influence. So it's noise with heavy samples, not quite as angry I'd say as W.A.S.T.E, but still within that same kind of angry drive. And danceable, hopefully.
Well, I hope so. It's going to be my first time experiencing, so I'm really looking forward to it. Especially if you say the samples in it.
Yeah.
That's what I wish industrial would bring back more of. So.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously you said you've been here before at Resistance. Resistance is world famous. What do you think is the best things about Tants, and what do you think makes this different to other places?
I would say just the overall vibe. Everyone is so happy to be here. Everyone is so nice. I think the lineup is always amazing and good. When I played with W.A.S.T.E back in, I want to say 2016, 17, such a great lineup. It was, I remember Three Teeth, Author and Punisher, I think, and Youth Code, before they got super big. So it was just such a fun, gritty show. And then I came back the next year to drum with Sphere. So I feel like it has such a good family vibe, and all the musicians know each other, and then I have such great friends here as well. So for me, it's just about coming back to see my friends.
Oh, okay. So no wonder Jan and Jamie are helping out today, being also part of that.
Yeah, they're very good friends of mine, yes.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. And having been in music, like you said, you were just saying to me before the interview, you've been playing with W.A.S.T.E for 10 years. What's been your happiest moment in your music career?
I think honestly, every single time I get on the stage, I know that sounds cheesy, but every single time I get on this stage with Shane, I just absolutely love it. We have so much fun. I think being a couple in a band can be trying at times. I keep it separate. To me it's Shane's baby. W.A.S.T.E is his baby. I just play the drums, but I love to be on the stage with him and share that moment. To me, whether it's in front of 10 people, 5 people, 300 people, I love it, and I'm always going to give my 100%. So I'd say there's no one defining moment. It's every time for me.
Okay, fantastic. And has there ever been a particular touching fan moment for you or you and Shane at all?
I would say there's a lot of times when I play and I get off the stage and it's actually a joke. where people go, "You're that drummer chick from W.A.S.T.E." So people always say, "You're that chick from W.A.S.T.E," because it's very rare to see a female drummer. So people get really excited about that.
Yeah.
So I think anytime someone appreciates that I play drums is,
Yeah, you're probably the only third female drummer I know in industrial bands. So very good point. Okay.
Yeah.
And changing from music slightly to something slightly different, a bit sillier.
Mm-hmm.
So the last few years have been insane with COVID and everything we've seen on television. So what predictions, not just in the music world, but anything, would you have before the end of 2023 finishes?
Oh gosh. Predictions? That's hard. For anything, that's a very open-ended one.
I mean, Assemblage was just saying, like, he doesn't want to guess anymore because Ronald McDonald could be president. Everyone just be like, okay,
I think
fine.
I'm kind of in the same boat where everything that I thought couldn't possibly happen happened. And so, I don't know, maybe a horse is my new president. I'll predict that because at this point it could happen.
So either a horse for president, so's my voice, a horse for president, or just a president on a lot of fucking ketamine.
Yeah.
All right, and if you were, say, Madam President for a day, a week, or long enough to make a real difference, what would be the first thing you would do?
I would implement 4-day workdays and mandatory naps. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
I'm naturally
answer.
lazy, so anytime I can get a nap in and do the least amount of work, I'm going to do it. So, yeah, that'd be my first order of business.
Every time my workplace is like, what can we do to improve the workplace? And I was like, 4-day week.
4-day workday.
It makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, and is there anything in particular that draws you into this scene rather than other scenes?
Oh, man. I have been in this scene since I was 12, 13, so I think it just feels like home to me. I think it just draws me in because everyone is so eclectic, and I love that. I'm an independent thinker, and I think everyone in this scene is, to a point. And the music, obviously the music. And I love the fact that I know so many talented people, and that I can go into a club and go, oh, that's my friend playing right now, or oh, that's my friend, or, and that's a really cool thing. And I love that I have so many friends all over the world. That's really cool too. It sucks because I can't see all those people all the time, but I love that I can come here and see my friends that I haven't seen in a while, or I could go to another city and see my cool, awesome friends I haven't seen. So I feel very fortunate because the scene has given me the chance to travel and meet so many cool people. And thank God for Twitch throughout COVID, because I was still able to still see and interact with all of my friends. And to me, that's very special.
It is. And from what you said there, probably answers quite a lot of this question already, but what would you say are some of the best things about the scene? And what would you like to see improve?
Well, obviously the best thing is all the awesome people that I know, and just the music there's so much new music coming out, and I love that. I feel like there's more coming out, and a younger generation of music coming out that I want to see come out more. As far as things that can change in the scene, I will 100% say more women producing, more women doing what I'm doing, whether it's playing drums or just being at the forefront more. I do see more women producing music now more than ever before, but we're still very underrepresented. And it's still unfortunately a men's club in a lot of ways, and I'm very adamant about changing that. That's one of the reasons why I started Ratio Strain, is because all these festivals that I've played, I'm always the only girl there. Sometimes there's another female present singing or something, but we're so underrepresented, and especially as a music producer, you don't really see that very often, and I wanted to change that, and now I'm seeing more females doing the same, and I'm so happy to see that, because I feel like that does need to change.
Yeah, I mean, A23 were just saying pretty much exactly what you said there, and so pretty addicted, and quite a lot of bands that I've asked that too. So to help with that, I mean, Resistance and Infest have become sort of the golden standard in the UK at least, because they're trying to put on more women, more queer people, more minorities. What would you say to the scene as a whole, and promoters especially, how they can help with that?
I think just taking a chance, luckily people have taken a chance on me and believed in me, and I don't think it's not just promoters, it's even, interviewers, right? I can't tell you how many times I've sent my music or my EP out to a reviewer and just gotten dead silence, because I'm up and coming. I'm not a big act, right, where they're going to pick up someone. I think it's important to not just look at the legacy bands or look at the bands that are stable, but also take a look at what's new and coming out and give them a chance. And be honest about it too. I think that's important, is to be honest about the music that you're getting, and let that person know, hey, I really liked that, or hey, I feel like this might need a little bit of work, because there's people out there that want to do better and do a good job and make good music, and when they get radio silence, that's when so many of them stop. That's when so many of them quit, because they feel dismayed by this person gets an interview or gets talked to or gets a mention on Facebook, wherever, and I feel like I have to bang down this door. I think more people need to take chances. DJs need to take more chances on new music. I know that's very difficult to do, because DJs, for example, they want music that is going to fill the dance floor, but if we just keep rotating the same thing over and over, we don't bring anything new in, and we need to start taking more chances on the music that we're bringing in.
Yeah, and I mean, it is a very good point. So, for instance, with my website, with what I do, I probably get about 6 or 7 minimum a day of bands trying to get me to look at their stuff, and to be honest, because I work a full-time job,
right? Yeah, that's very understandable.
I almost never get to open those emails, which I feel awful about, by the way. Sorry if you've ever sent me anything. So on the rare occasions I do open something, it might be just complete luck and chance. Right. So, but I'm going to make more of an effort now that you've said
and
that.
And I think it's important to be honest too. One of the things that I've actually been thinking about doing is starting my own review page, because there's not any women reviewers out there. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's important to have communication and be open and honest. But I understand. I'm a very transparent person. So what I think I'm going to say, it's important to say to that person, hey, I don't have the time, or I'll get back to it later, or you know what, this was good, but it's really not my style. Maybe try something else, because that musician put their heart out into their music, and they're taking a chance on giving it to somebody else. Yeah. And that is a very dreadful thing. The second I press the button to send my EP in the world, it's, oh man, it's really out there. You're vulnerable, you're naked. And I feel like people don't always understand that or remember that. So it's important. It's important to be communicative. Obviously, some people can't take honest feedback, and that's on them, but I prefer if someone were to say, hey, you know what, I'm backlogged, I can't take this one, because then it doesn't seem, I don't get stuck in my head and go, oh my god, is my music horrible, or do they not like me, all the bad things
start. Such a good point.
So I think we owe it to each other to be nice by being honest.
I'm gonna make a big effort to go through my inbox now, so now that you've said that, because it's definitely turned a cog in my head there.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you say, I mean, maybe apart from what you've already mentioned, what would you say are some of the biggest issues facing our scene?
I think, having more women in the scene, and I think honesty too. I think we need to be honest with each other. I think we all know each other, we're all very nice, but nice doesn't always mean honest, right? Yeah. And I think sometimes if we want to grow, we need to start being honest with each other, whether it's someone calling someone out on their bad behavior, or saying, hey, you know what, your music isn't for me. You know, there's a way to do things in a way that is honest with compassion. And I think sometimes we're so stuck in not pissing each other off that we forget that.
That is very true.
And I have no problem pissing people off in a nice way.
Yes, I've suffered that myself. I tried to be honest but nice, but it's still not good enough.
Right. Yeah.
And it's caused problems.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. Okay. And if you were to put on your own festival and you could choose the 3 headliners of your choice, who would they be?
Oh my God. I love Rain a lot. I love her so much. I'm such a fangirl. So definitely Rain. I've been listening to a lot of Fever Ray, which is not in the gothic, but I love Fever Ray a lot.
Everyone knows her from Vikings, don't they?
Right, yeah. I love her. But I guess I'd have to pick someone more in this scene, right? Oh,
it's
gosh.
your festival.
Let's see. Spike Hellis I like a lot.
I've not heard that one.
Yeah, they're popular from LA, really good, up and coming. I'd say Spike Hellis. Who else would I pick? You said 3, right?
Yeah,
3. Oh man, there's so many good ones.
So you had Rain, Fever Ray. So if you want a 4th one, hit it.
You know what? I really like Randolph and Mortimer. Saw them last night too. I definitely picked them. They're a fun live act.
Yeah, I was saying to Kevin, who's doing the photography with this weekend, that I've never heard a band's bass that clear and crisp.
Yeah.
And I was standing at the back, like, I wish I was at the front. So they did so well.
Well, another one like that is Hex. I'd pick Hex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're very good. I like them. So, yeah.
Nice. All right, perfect. And I mean that pretty much answers the next question, because I was going to say where bands are trying to help up the smaller bands up. Do you think there's any really small bands out there that could do with a bit of an extra love, a bit of extra attention?
Yeah, so one of my good friends that I love dearly who has amazing music is Brant Showers. Solve, so talented, so underrated, love him to death. Let's see, who else? Gosh, there's so many people that I know. It's hard when I'm put on this spot. Yeah. I would say that's he's definitely one of my all-time favorites right now. One that's pretty popular right now, at least in the States, is Male Tears. More like traditional goth style. I like them.
It's a good name for a band.
Right, yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say they're small because they're popular right now, but I feel like they're definitely good, up and coming.
They need more love.
Yeah, they need more love. Who else? Oh gosh, I'm probably gonna murder the name, but Hem Netter.
Okay.
Very, very good. Very good.
That the Viking folk band?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I know the one.
So good. I played with them last year for Mechanismus and just absolutely fell in love. So good. So good. So yeah, those would be my 3 that I could think of right now.
Perfect. Okay. And last couple of things is, firstly, what's going on with Ratio Strain at the moment? Do you have anything in the works? Is there anything coming up?
Yeah. I just released last month an EP, a B-side of life, the B-side of life. So that's my new up and coming, and after this festival I'm probably going to take a break, and then usually about a month, and then I'm going to start writing again. Jamie from ESA owes me a remix. Morris Black owes me a remix. So I'm probably going to work on some stuff to send to them and hopefully put out another EP or something more towards the end of the year if I can muster it up in time. Yeah.
I was just joking with Brian Morris Black in the backstage that every time I put my Discovery playlist on Spotify and it plays something really good, I'm like, yeah, great, a new artist.
It's
and I'm
Morris
like,
Black.
it's Morris Black.
Yeah.
Or it's like a Morris Black remix.
Yeah.
And if it's not, it's a Jamie remix.
Right,
so
yeah.
I'm like, I love them both dearly, but I want like
something
it's
else.
Always you two.
Yeah.
So yours will pop up and I'll be like,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's not a complaint. It's just like a, yeah, you know what I mean. It's all lovely. And lastly, do you have anything you would like to say to your fans?
Oh, my fans. Oh gosh, I would say thank you for being a fan, and I love you all, and I hope that you continue to love me and have fun. Yeah, I'm a silly person, so pretty much all my fans know me. There's like 5 people that are probably my fans. I'm okay with that. No, I would definitely say thanks for believing in me. You know, like I said, I have so many people that have pushed me, and you know, I have to thank obviously Shane, Jamie actually, and Scott from Vardasphere have been such big influences in pushing me to start Ratio Strain.
Good.
And I've had so many friends take a chance on me, whether it be booking me for show Leighton, you know. I'm like, hey, will you book me? You know, so I really appreciate that. I appreciate that people are taking the chance on me and that they actually like what I'm producing, and I think that's pretty cool.
Right. I'm sure from what you've told me about what Ratio Sound is musically, that this crowd are going to love that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I won't look like this. I wear a mask, so yeah. Very nefarious.
Yeah, it kind of looks very similar to Morris Black in the, not saying you're copying each other.
Well, he's my child, actually. There's a whole web of, like, he's my child, Jamie is my child. Yeah, I have a whole harem of industrial men that are my children. It's
That's
a whole
dream.
Yeah.
That's a dream. Alright, perfect. Well, thank you ever so much for joining me, Vanessa.
Of course, yeah.
And thank you.
Thanks.